Here's an infrastructure update brought to you by St. Charles Parish Government. Work continues on the West Bank Hurricane Protection Levee as crews have finished one phase of the levee and have started working on 3 other phases simultaneously. Phase 1 of the Willow Ridge Reach, the 9,500-foot-long levee, is now complete, giving residents in the area 7.5 feet of flood protection.
Eventually, the plans are for that levee to go to 12.5 foot, which will need federal funding to help with that. But right now, we're looking at just getting it above the base flood elevation of 6, which is for this area, to 7.5, to just give the people protection against floodwaters. You'll see an indentation in the levee here. We have 2 of those, and basically what that's for is until the pump station is built, in case there would be a large rainfall, the water, and the cousins couldn't pump it out fast enough and the water would build up here, it has to have a way to get out. If a storm did come in the Gulf, we would just come and put sandbags in here and build it up to the 7.5 foot level. So that's basically an emergency evacuation route for rainwater to get out in case it builds up too high.
Phase 2 of the Willow Ridge Reach, the pump station, is currently under construction. Crews have already placed culverts to divert the water from the drainage canal to the Willow Ridge Station. When completed at the end of 2016, it will pump 350 cubic feet per second and will immediately relieve and add capacity to the nearby Cousins Pump Station.
Behind us, we have the Willow Ridge Pump Station and the excavation of the canal that's leading to the Willow Ridge Pump Station. The canal is excavated to about a -8 foot water depth, and you can see the excavated material is on top of the ground next to the canal. That material will be used for embankment for the Ellington Levee.
Phase 3 of the Willow Ridge Reach is the Willowdale Pump Station T-wall. Crews at this location have been hauling out trees and vegetation and are running compression tests for the future T-wall. Because this is an active pump station, crews have had to find a way to continue with construction without hindering the pump station's capability. For example, a temporary crane trestle has been installed to construct the access bridge across the pump station footprint.
The concrete pile, those are about 70-foot piles. That's to support the bridge that goes in front of the pump station. There's a long span because we didn't want to put any piling in the entrance to the station to create any obstructions, to create any place for debris to snag up. Right. So that's why these long spans, they have these long spans, and that's why the crane has to get right next to it in order to put those spans in place. They're all prefabricated, so they're very heavy, and the crane has to get right up next to where it's going to make its lift. So they drove all of this, built all of this, and it's all going to come right back out when they get finished. But that's what was needed in order to put this project in. So a lot of these things, you know, people don't realize there's a little complication to it and construction that has to go on before you can actually get your permanent structures built.
Phase 1 of the Ellington Reach portion of the levee is also underway. Crews have cleared and grubbed approximately 2,000 feet of wetlands along the levee site. Vegetation and debris is being hauled out to a disposal site, and a berm has been built.
All right, just to give you a point of reference of where we are right now, we're at the end of the Willow Ridge levee that's been constructed to the 7.5 foot level. And this is where the Ellington levee will begin. If you look to the side here, you can see that we've cleared the area already, and we're hauling off the debris, the vegetation debris, in these containers. So that activity is ongoing, and you can see by the progress here, we have the majority of it completed at this location. Now, what we've done also with the Ellington levee is we've put the initial dewatering berm up, and you can see the dewatering berm is holding back the wetlands water right now, and they're pumping this down so that this will become dry. You can also reference, this is the Rathbourne Park area, which is just to the right of it. You can reference that this area is being, the difference in heights of the area and the water that it's being protected against. So you can see it's quite significant. Once this is dried up, we'll then start to do our embankment operations for the Ellington levee.
For more details about the West Bank Hurricane Protection Levee, residents can visit www.scpwestbanklevee.com.